Well, Mikey McSee, Joey B here, and I mean, look, Mike, it's dwindling down to 2 pages,
Yeah.
but a couple of interesting things that happened. Over the, what would you call it, the quarterfinals weekend?
Yeah, quarterfinals. I think that's
quarterfinals. It would be the right one in there.
Yeah.
And so why don't we get to last week's first round games, second round games, whatever they might be, and we're going to start with the one that blew me out of the chair. Now, we had said that the Wolf Nose was capable of playing a decent game.
Yes.
I don't know about you. I was being charitable there.
Yeah, you know.
I was being charitable. I really didn't think that they could beat the All-Stars in a game of this magnitude. And
no, I did not. I felt the same way. Wolf Nose, I was at this game. These guys played the perfect defensive game. They didn't give the All-Stars anything. They shut them down. They must have had about 8 sacks. Their only score though came on a penalty for a last guy. So that's the way that they scored, got their touchdown. I'll tell you what, All-Stars, this could have been a very different game from the first. I think it was the first play for the Wolf Nose. Red drop back, threw it. If they picked it off, he was gone, end zone. I mean, this was on like the 15-yard line. He was scooting right in. That could have been a whole different game. You're up now 7-0 early in that game. This was just defense. This was basically played from the 10-yard line to about the 40-yard line on one side of the field. Nobody could move the ball.
So the All-Stars had all their weapons there?
They had all their weapons. Wolf Nose was in the backfield every play. Got to give my hats off to that front line, man. Like I said, they had to have 8 sacks it was ridiculous. It seemed every play. Every play. If it wasn't an incompletion, it was a sack. Sack.
And then, offensively, it looks like you said, the Wolf Nose really didn't ring it up offensively.
No. Like I said, they had the one deep pass, a pass interference or a holding. I forget what the exact call was, but it was last man. So they got that touchdown, got the 2-point conversion.
And that was the opening score of the game.
That was the opening score of the game, yeah. After, like I said, it was right after that. Should have been a pick 6. Should have been. All-Stars dropped a couple interceptions in this game, so.
And the All-Stars had a chance to win this game with a last-second field goal.
They did, yes,
they did. How far out was the field goal? I
think it was about a 35, 40-yard or something like that. It was
within O'Connell's range.
Oh, yeah, it was well in the range. It wasn't a gimme, but it was in that, that right in between. And again, Wolf Nose, right up the middle. Actually, the guy came off the side, off the right edge, blocked it. I mean, they were in the backfield all day long. And the All-Stars have a beefy,
yes, they do,
veteran offensive line. So it was very strange. They got pushed around all day long. So way to go, Wolf Nose defensive line.
Would you say that Wolf Nose maybe just wanted it more?
I don't know if I'd say they wanted more because, again, it was only the one score that they had. The All-Stars defense was on it too. I mean, they gave up the one score. Yeah, that was it. Defensive game. Great plays, great coverage, great pressure. Neither offense could get anything going.
So
great game by Wolf Nose.
Full contact chip once again eludes the All-Stars.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and if you look at the past seasons, the teams that got in their way that prevented them from getting the chip. I mean, I wouldn't put Wolf Nose at the top of that list.
No, I wouldn't.
Guys, no offense, you won the game. And that's great. I heard you gave MC a little grief at the field, and that's
I'll show
okay.
You some, yeah, we showed some love to him, but yeah,
But I mean, they wouldn't be on the top of my list to knock him off.
It's very strange, man. It's very strange that this team just can't get over that hump, especially to see how good they are in 6-on-6.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It shows you just what a different game it is.
Yeah. Again, Wolf
Full
Nose,
contact versus 6-on-6. So
here we
Wolf Nose is moving on.
There we go. Looking for the repeat.
We'll see what happens, how it affects the other full contact teams. And that would be the next game, the Warriors and the Hawks. And the Hawks, as usual, put up their 12 points.
12 points, that's it. Wasn't enough.
And that's it. And the Warriors, the team that nobody's talking about.
Yeah, nobody's talking about it.
Now they're in the semifinals. They're in the semifinals now.
Yes, they are.
And again, they're going to say you played the Hawks. They still haven't played anybody.
Yeah, they still haven't. This game was on the grass at Hackensack, so I kind of kept peeking over at it. It seemed like it was a pretty exciting game. A lot of deep plays for these touchdowns. So a lot of screaming, a lot of fun. It sounded like they were balling it up over there. They were having a good time.
But now the Warriors are going to have an opportunity. If we think Wolf Nose shocked the world,
yeah, they have the opportunity. Yes,
they will have the opportunity to reshock the world.
That'll
if
be a
they
big
can
one.
do it. That would be a major knockoff.
It may be in their advantage though that they haven't played these top teams, so they didn't get beat up by all these things. They're all these other teams that are very physical. When you talk about Wolf Nose, Canes, and the Express, those are 3 physical teams. They're going to, like I said it last week, those 3 teams show up in a bad mood and take it out on the other team.
Let me ask you something.
What I mean?
What odds at the beginning of the season would you have laid with a Warriors and Wolf Nose final? Because it could happen.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? It's one game now.
It is one game.
It's one game.
It would be nice to see maybe a Warriors Express at the end. Just rejuvenate that. Again, we'll get into that when we discuss our games.
We will. And now what has to be, we've talked about teams that blow leads late. But the Bulldogs lose to the Canes 21-17. Bulldogs had a 17-0 lead at the half.
Yeah, they had it.
I heard the Canes were awful in the first half.
They were. They didn't do anything. They got shut out. When was the last time you said Canes got shut out in the first half?
Jay was not performing well at quarterback.
They didn't get anything going. Bulldogs were. It seemed that they were the faster team, especially in the first half. They were just running circles.
Now Oscar was quarterback in this team. Okay.
I don't know if that caught up to them. How they came out too much, too fast. Burned up too much energy, but Kane stuck in there.
And Jay brought him back for 3 scores.
Yeah, brought him back. Hey, again, there you go. Hats off to them. Canes tried to give this game away. They tried, it seemed. Watching the first half of that game, they really tried to give this game away, but there we go.
I'll tell you, when you get a team down 17-0 at the half, basically, they have to score 3 times to beat you.
Yeah. And they did it.
3 times and a half to beat you. And you're going to get the ball in between.
Right.
So
even the talk on the board, people are saying, it's experience over talent sometimes. And this could have been that instance, just the Canes, the experience of being in this league since, good Lord, who knows when.
Did Allen bring the cooler?
I don't know.
But
Tommy, did they bring the cooler?
I was going to say.
Tommy was filming that game.
If Allen brought the cooler and they lost, should have left it home again. But that's, wow. I heard that was 17-0 at the half. And
I was very shocked to hear that. And
any team.
Here we go.
Express 41, Bankers 14. Really not unexpected.
No, not unexpected. This Express team is rolling. Came in their number 2 seed. This team is rolling, man. The non-merger could have helped with their linemen.
The acquisitions,
right? But if that's what it took, those couple extra offensive and defensive linemen, everybody knows. Let's do the cliche. It's one on the line, right? Championships are one on offense and defensive line.
Yes, they are.
Express may have made those right moves right there just by picking up those couple extra guys, and they took it to the Bankers, 41-14.
So now the odds are in big favor of an Express Canes final. We didn't do the other game. We didn't do the games yet. We're going to talk about them. But right now, if you're a betting man, you're going to bet Canes Express.
You would, yeah, and that is going to be a brawl if it happens.
Well,
if it happens.
Let's see. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the further semifinals or first round games in a second. Hey, Joey B here in Mark Perrone's hairstyling salon in Morris Plains, New Jersey. And I guess, Mark, I have to interrupt you here. I guess I caught you at a bad time.
Joe.
What makes you what you are?
First of all, Joe, when you come in here, you're part of the family. We make you feel that comfortable. Whether you're a young kid, older gentleman, or one of my hairpiece customers, we make you feel at home here at Mark Perrone's. Well, we do men's hair replacement, custom hair replacement. We do little kids are our favorite. We do some women haircuts, but basically it's a men's barbershop. Back old school with new flair. It's a nice atmosphere, and yous are all welcome from everywhere.
Here's the guy. Here's the man. He's owns the shop, cuts the hair, sweeps it out every once in a while too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Joey B from Mark Perrone's. Come on in and get yourself a nice do.
Open Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 7 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 to 5 p.m., Sundays, 10 to 3 p.m., closed on Mondays.
All right, and moving on, we had round 1
Finally.
of the touch
Yep.
division.
Love the touch, yes, sir.
And let's start with the Militia over the Park Ridge Fighting Owls. Militia coming off their win over the Bulldogs.
Yep.
So they were running hot to begin with.
They got, that was a nice, easy step for them right there. Handled them pretty easily. 34-12.
Yeah, I mean, the Park, rough first season.
Yeah, rough first
Rough
season.
first season. But you notice,
It's all right. You got it.
towards the back end of the season, they started to score some points.
They did. They did.
So
they did.
it takes some hope from that.
It
you
does.
know? Take some hope from that. Bulldogs, 34, New Milford, nothing.
Very
Again,
easy day for the Bulldogs there.
You know, Bulldogs don't mind not having that number 1 seed. If your
Right.
first opponent's New Milford,
There you go.
you're only going to face the number 1 seed in a final.
Right.
So that's where we're going to be there. And then the other one that has a lot of people talking,
A lot of people are talking.
the Banana Slugs, who I had buried, laid a wreath at the headstone, and just basically said, "Rest in peace."
Yeah.
And they come back and they upset
They upset number
the
3?
Ozone.
Number 3 seeded Ozone. Hey, maybe this was the, like we just said, experience over talent.
You know, I gotta tell you, in this game, there was a lot of razzing and stuff going on the sidelines
Right.
about the players that were participating for the Bulldogs and, excuse me, for the Slugs. And I'll tell you one thing about the Slugs. You know, if I had to pick the last team that would try and pull something, it would be the Slugs.
Right.
You know, you hear a lot of baloney. Well, you know, JT didn't play a game on this team this year.
That's true.
You know, he didn't play one game on this team.
No, he did not.
So, frankly, I don't know how they did it. But,
I don't know, but they pulled it off.
But they pulled it
They
off.
pulled it off.
And they end up winning and advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, they do.
And I believe that they are the lower seed.
Yeah, so they'll be getting the A team. They'll be getting that number 1 seed.
And the Slugs will get a rematch with the Militia.
Yeah.
So that should be very interesting as we move on down the line.
Yeah.
Switching over to our
6 on
favorite.
6, yeah.
You know what? This really, I think, has become our favorite.
Oh, yeah. Because it's exciting. It's a lot of points. It's up and down the field. You know?
Now,
That's what I like.
so your team, the Lightning,
Lightning, ugh. Not a good year for
took
them.
on the Orange Lantern and got lit up.
And, you know, that 6 points was pretty much a gimme at the last play of the game because they were already, you know, it was 40-0. And they just sneaked one
Now,
in
did
there.
you see this game?
Yeah, I was there. I filmed this game. Orange Lantern was all over.
Was Ryan there?
Yes.
He was
Yep.
there. Okay,
They
I
were
figured he'd be back for the
all over
playoffs.
them. Lightning couldn't get anything. I felt like, I don't even know if they got a first down. You know,
Really?
You know, besides a penalty, so it was all day, Orange Lantern all day long. And what's surprising is it looks like the Lightning has the same guys that have always been there. So I don't know what happened with them this year. I don't know.
Well,
Bad all season.
you know, toss it away now. It's
Yeah,
over now. You
it's
don't
over
think
now.
about it now. But the Lantern now sharpening up, and
Yes.
I think really going to be serious next week
Yeah.
in the semifinal game that they have coming up.
They're looking very good. They're looking very
And then next, Cobra's Deja Vu, 1-point game, had to be a missed extra point.
This was a great game. I think these two teams, they match up so well. I'm looking forward to them. You know, this is like the start of a new rivalry where we had All-Stars and Bruins all the time. So I think this is that new, you know, your Blazers and Lantern, those 4 teams that were always battling. I think this Cobra and Deja Vu team, if they stay in it and stay in this league, this is that new rivalry that we're going to see every year now because this was a great game. Cobras were down 12-0 with maybe 10 minutes left.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
They stopped their 2 extra points. Cobras stopped their 2 extra points. Finally, Adam was able to unleash that. He has such a great deep ball.
Yeah.
He has a cannon and he can drop it on there. And they finally started hitting on those longer passes, you know, because they got those quick receivers too. They have a nice offense set up with Adams' arm and the speed of those guys, and he drops it right on them.
No, I was impressed with the fact that they only gave up 12 points.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
this was a great, hard-hitting, great physical. Like I said, this is the start of a new rivalry, and it's great. I'm glad that we're starting to see this. You know, a couple extra teams now that jumped in. Now we're not, like we said, it's always it's always the All-Stars and the Bruins when they're the Orange Lanterns.
It may make for an interesting spring when the Bruins come back in the spring.
Exactly. You know, the Bears are usually better in the spring, and so. You know, now this adds a little more depth to these two teams. These two young teams are.
I agree with you. And you know what?
They're fun to watch, too. They are fun to watch. These are two really, really good teams.
Did the Cobras win this game on their last possession? Was it a win?
No,
touchdown?
it wasn't a winning touchdown. It was, you know, they had, I believe that, you know, Deja Vu got it back. I believe. Don't quote me on that.
A couple minutes left?
Yeah, a couple minutes left. It was a tight game, you know. 13-12, like I said, going into the second quarter, not much time left. Like two deep, perfectly thrown passes.
Deja Vu may be a team on a come now.
Yeah,
you know, they
both
may be
these teams, like I said, both
because
these
I don't
teams.
think. I mean, every game they lost this year, I don't think they lost by more than 5 points.
No,
they might have lost 3 games this year by a total of less than 10
yeah,
points.
this is a good team. Much improved over last year. We saw them last year starting to get it together, and they came into this. We didn't talk about them all year. All of a sudden, boom.
Hope
they
you
had
guys
two,
are back
two of the
in
best
spring.
games.
Yeah,
2 of the best games that we got to film. I think were this Cobra Deja Vu, round 1 and 2.
Yeah, good games. Good
yeah,
games.
Real good games.
Moving on, the All-Stars over our Deadly Assassins.
Yeah.
The Bennett brothers. I mean, we said last week that there was an excellent chance of a wax job.
Yeah.
Here, and
it was.
They just Titano. They're just too organized. The All-Stars and the Deadly Assassins are still trying to find their way.
Yeah, and also coming off of that loss from the Wolf Nose game, I think they were a little angry. Took it out on.
Yeah, well, they played. They played the 8-on-8 game first.
They played the 8-on-8 first.
Well,
but they took care of business. So
they
hopefully,
did, and here we go again. All-Stars in a semifinal.
Yes.
In a 6-on-6. The other game we thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
Sharkies, Blazers, and the Bears, and there was a little scuttlebutt on the board.
A little bit.
But the Bears admitted that they were outplayed by the Blazers.
Yeah, they were. Blazers were up and down that field all day long. You know,
and it was kind of like what we predicted, right? Barry went wild.
Yeah, he went wild. You know, their defense was good enough to slow down the Bears. You know, take away any opportunities.
Now, did you see this game?
Yes, Tommy was out there and filmed this one. That one's up on the.
So were the Bears ever in this game, or were the Blazers more or less in control?
They were in control. Blazers were well in control, I felt, as I was watching it. But hey, Bears hung in there, 24 points, still kept it respectable. So.
All right, when we come back, we're going to preview next week's games, and we're going to hold off and save the 6-on-6 for last.
Yes.
As we may have a special guest in here. Maybe. We'll see. We'll be right back.
As restaurants come and go, it is rare to find an establishment like Steve's Sizzling Steaks. Steve's has focused on excellent food, comfortable ambiance, and a friendly staff. Times sure have changed since Steve's first opened their doors, but what hasn't changed is the family atmosphere that makes Steve's so special. Open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Located at 620 Route 17 South in Carlstadt, New Jersey, or call 201-438-9677 for your reservation.
All right, we're back with, actually, it's semifinals for everybody.
Yeah, it is a semifinals for everyone.
It is semifinals for everyone, so
up.
Time is waning.
Yes.
We will have, now just to get caught up here, after this week, when the finals are set, we will have the Turkey Bowl.
We will have the Turkey Bowl. Sign up for the Turkey Bowl. I believe there's still room. You can get some teams in there.
We are
get a hold of JT. You all know how to get a hold of him, so you know, definitely sign up for that. It'll be a good time. It's always fun, you know. This is where you can kind of mix and match teams and just throw something together.
And I'll tell you something else too. If you're on one of these teams that makes it to the finals,
Right.
That's not a bad idea to play.
No.
To say you want to go in there with a 2-week layoff.
Yeah, 2-week layoff.
It might be tough.
It might. Yeah.
And it looks like the style of play is going to be the non-contact 6.
There you go.
So you don't have to worry about hitting and getting hurt.
There you go.
And
just to keep the rust off.
We'll see. I wonder what field we're going to play this. I'll probably play it down in Jersey City again, which would be nice. I like that Jersey City field. So here we go.
Boom.
Semifinal number 1.
Bit of touch.
Bulldogs and the Militia, and this one is going to be good.
This is going to be good, yes.
Bulldogs come off their first round win. Militia comes off theirs.
Right.
But in the last week of the regular season, the Militia had a win over the Bulldogs.
Did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. This is going to be an interesting game. It's one of those, I believe it's maybe a 3-4 matchup right here. It should be a good. Maybe
well,
3-5,
the Bulldogs
maybe
finished.
3-5,
Bulldogs finished second.
Okay.
Militia finished third, so you got a 2-3.
Okay, 2-3. Hey, 2-3.
That's all right. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
It don't matter. But Bulldogs, Militia. If Jimmy can pull this off again.
Yeah. It's tough to beat a team twice in a row, especially playing them that close to each other. How do we know that the Bulldogs didn't show them everything? We've always talked about that. Some teams just don't pull out the whole playbook. So
yeah, they don't. And I'll tell you something else too. The Bulldogs, we said it after you were defeated by Militia.
Right.
They look too upset.
No, Bulldogs are always tough in the playoffs too. They know what they're doing. They've been here. They've been in a couple finals. They got the playoff thing down. They know how to handle themselves in the playoffs.
Their quarterback, the Bulldog quarterback, made some throws that he shouldn't have made. Hondo usually very high percentage completions. He very rarely throws an incompletion or a pick. So we'll see. That should be good though. So we're gonna have Jimmy off the rocking horse again.
Yeah.
And trying to get to the final. Now this would be their second final in 3 seasons, right?
That would be, yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing something right.
They're doing something
right. Watch
right.
out for that kid that I said was like a tight end.
Right.
A very, you didn't watch, you didn't
No.
see the Militia game,
No,
did you?
I didn't see the Militia.
Very good receiver, fast,
Okay.
can do some things. Gave the Bulldogs fits in this game once Jimmy found out he could throw him the ball.
There you go.
So,
let's see.
what are you going to say here?
I'm taking Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs are, like I said, they got that experience. They've been in the playoffs in the touch. This is a tough team, man. As long as they got everybody there, they're ready to go. I think that loss that they had 2 weeks ago, they'll remember what happened. Maybe roll some guys over to cover this new receiver you're talking about, and boom. I think the Bulldogs are in a tight one.
Well, number 9 on the Militia, over the hump. They got over, it's a 2-humped camel.
It is a 2-hump camel.
So you got over the first hump. Now you got another hump to get over.
Right.
You got to beat the Bulldogs twice in 3 weeks.
That's tough.
So if you get over that hump, no matter who your opponent is in the finals, I'm picking you.
Oh.
So I'm going on right now. If the Militia win Sunday, they're going to win it all.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay. The next game should be a lot of fun because I don't know if there'll be more arguing or debate before the game starts. The A-team, and we know who's on the A-team.
Yep.
It's the Bankers South
Yes,
for the
it
most
is.
part. They were at the field to play as the Bankers, not the A-team last week.
Right.
And they saw the Banana Slug game and had some commentary about that win. So it should be an interesting, I'll call it a jabbernaut prior to the game. This game may be played under protest before the coin flip.
It might. We'll
So,
see. But I think the A-team are going to be too much for them. This is the year. This is the A-team's year. They powered through at least the first round of the playoffs. Slugs, I think that was just a fluke that they got over the Ozone.
You and the A-team, it's like playing the same lottery number. You keep playing the same lottery
And
number.
eventually you hit it.
And you think you do.
Sometimes.
You think you're going to hit it.
But yeah, I'm thinking the A-team's going to take the Slugs.
Well, I got to go with the A-team also, which sets up either a Bulldogs A-team final or Militia A-team final. If the Slugs win this game, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really going to be.
That would be surprising. That would be a very big surprise. But
that would be a big
I don't think
surprise.
that's
But the A team has known.
they have been known.
to take a snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Yes.
So I'm sure they're anxious for this game for a couple of reasons.
Yes.
The first semifinal on the 8-on-8 contact,
Right.
which will be at 10:30 at Bloomfield. Yeah, Brookdale. Again, great field.
Yes.
Great field.
Tommy will be there filming for that one.
The Express versus the Wolf Nose. Okay.
This is going to be a
Okay.
physical game.
Now, Wolf Nose is not going to back down.
No,
from
they're
the
not.
Express,
Oh,
right?
no.
No, right.
And
The Express like to intimidate you.
yes.
They like to be ornery, bounce you around a little bit, let
Yeah,
you
they
know you're
do.
going to be the game. But you know what? So does the Wolf Nose.
Those are Wolf Nose, yes.
So now you have the irresistible
Boom,
force
boom,
against
boom.
the immovable object.
Yeah.
So what happens here? I think offensively, the Express have it over Wolf Nose.
They definitely have it over. If they can jump out, but you know what? We could have said that about the All-Stars from last week. They definitely had the offensive.
Yes, the
you know, they
All-Stars
were-
have offensive firepower too.
So if the Express can get out to just a one-score lead, whether it's a field goal, whether it's a touchdown, whatever, and I don't think that Wolf Nose offense can play from behind. I think this is a team that relies solely on the defense to win them this game. So
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, though.
that's the key right there. You
No,
got to
no,
get
I
out.
agree with you on the defense, but the Express has such a different kind of offense than the All-Stars.
They do.
They like to do a lot of things at the line, little quick pitches,
Yeah.
reverses, and things. They've
They
got.
do. They got
Come
some
on,
speed. They
come
got a
on,
lot of
son.
speed.
Come on, son, and
Right.
the Magic Man is back there too.
We'll
They
see.
got a big offensive line.
They're going to need it, man.
Well, you know what though? I'll tell you what. I'd rather have it than not.
Right.
If you're going to run a lot of gimmicks from the line of scrimmage, you got to make sure you
gotta
got
have that
time
beef. Yeah.
to get these gimmicks away. Hollywood, different kind of quarterback now, right?
Yeah.
He likes to go short.
And
But he
he's
can
more
handle-
likely to run it.
Oh,
than,
yeah,
than
he'll
a
run
Tano
more,
was.
right.
But I'm telling you, man, watching Wolf Nose, they rush you right up the middle. You know, they contain you on the outside, and their power is right up the middle. So this is going to be interesting, man. This is going to be another offensive defensive line game.
Well, you know, and here's the other thing too. You know, you mentioned Titano's running, but
Right.
Hollywood, two different styles of running. Hollywood will look to bowl you over if you get in front of him. He's not going to stand there.
No.
Where Titano will like kind of surrender. Yeah, okay, you got me. I'm here. Hollywood's not that kind of runner.
That's true.
He will stick that stiff arm out.
This is going to be a very physical game.
And yeah, and you know what
Very
else he'll do? He'll look to lateral.
Oh, he will. Yes, he will.
They do. This
like
is
to
what
trail. They
this
like
is
to
like
keep a trailer.
what they do. They
Yeah.
do this. They try to keep the other team off balance, and if it works, you ain't gonna catch him.
No.
So that's why, in this game, I'm going Express.
All right.
Wolf knows if you can do it a second time.
Yeah. I'm going to go Express also just because, like I said, I don't think Wolf Nose offense. If they fall behind, I don't think their offense is good enough to catch up. But that's an if. That's an if. But I'm going Express.
I'll tell you what. I think against the Express, you got to score more than 8 points to win the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right. You know.
So we'll see. We'll see
we'll
what
see.
happens.
We'll see.
Our second semifinal 8-on-8 full contact game will be at Waddesing Park, basically at about the same time the other one's going on.
Yeah, a half hour earlier. I'll be
Now-
out there filming this game. I'll be at Wattessing.
Waddesing.
Whatever.
It's not Waddesing, as we used
Yeah.
to call it. Canes Warriors, and the Warriors finally are playing somebody, according to a lot of people out there.
According to a lot of people out
You
there.
know,
That's
the
right.
Warriors, they have, what do they have now? 7 wins?
Something like that. Yeah.
They have one playoff win.
Yep, one playoff win.
So they
last
have 6 wins now.
Yeah,
6 wins. They have 6 wins, but they haven't played anybody.
but they still got the wins, and this
You
is gonna be a good game.
By the way, I heard that the Warriors did not make out the schedule prior to the season.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they played the games that were on the schedule. Now, have we seen how good the Warriors can be yet?
I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know. But we do know this. They're hard-nosed.
Yes.
They're hard-nosed. They don't. Well, I don't think
It's
any
a team
team
that's been around this
that
league
gets
for a
as
while.
far
Right.
backs down.
No,
Nobody
no,
really
no.
backs down. But Now they're going against, I'm going to call them, and just by your nose, over the Express and the All-Stars, probably the most structured team.
Oh, definitely.
In this
Definitely,
division. The Canes are very structured. They know, I don't know if they script their first 15 plays.
Maybe.
But boy, it sure looks like they do sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
this is a team. Yeah, this is one of those teams. They run together. They have a hierarchy that runs, their practices and organizes everything. And they have people that show up that will, have the commitment.
Pugh's going to run.
Yep.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that Brad will play tight end, and I'll tell you what, he catches everything thrown to him.
He does.
So they'll find ways to get him
involved. Yeah, this is going to come down to
offense.
defense. This is going to be, these are two similar, can score points. Both these teams can put up points. It's going to be, really comes down to the Canes or the Warriors. Who's going to make that stop? I really think it's going to be the Canes
The
because
wide receivers are spectacular.
Yeah, they're,
And I tell you, I've seen them go 2 tight end set with Earl and Brad in the game at the same
and that's
time.
tough, man.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough. I think the Canes though are going to be able to win this game on defense, be able to make those stops where they need to. And Warriors just, it's going to be tight. I'm
going to call this a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah.
I think Canes win the game, but it's going to be like 20-13 or something like that.
Yep.
The Warriors will find a way to score some points.
Yes, they will.
They'll find a way to score some points, and then it's just going to be, can their defense handle the pounding that the Canes are? Because the Canes punish you on offense.
They do, yeah.
Because you talk about lines with big beef.
Yeah, these guys.
They're right up there.
These guys got some beef.
So, the easy call here is the Canes over the Warriors. It's not a difficult choice to make, but I think the Warriors can make this game
They can make it interesting. Yeah. I agree.
Especially after the Bulldogs made it interesting in the first half. So if everything goes according to what we say, we're looking at an Express Canes final, which is going to be beef meets beef. And you know what? If that game does actually something in both semifinals games.
Yeah.
Got to keep their heads.
Yes. Yeah.
Got to keep their heads. Hollywood's got to keep his head. The Canes really don't get crazy.
No.
Not as crazy. But Hollywood's got to keep his head.
They've been staying calm. The game that I was there to film for them, no screaming, even when it was, things weren't going their way. And what they had, they were second seed, man. They had like 7, 8 wins. I think they only lost 1 or 2 games. So
we'll see.
That was a good season for them, man. They had a really good season.
We'll see. So when we come back, we will do our 6 on 6 and see if our guest shows up in time. So check out a new set of tires right now.
How you doing, people? Welcome to Raymond's Tires. My name is John. Just want to let you guys know we're open 7 days a week. We've been in business for over 15 years. Our hours are from 8 to 7 every day. The only day we close is Christmas Day. Flat fixes start at $10, balancing $10, used tires $25 and up. New tires, if you purchase all 4, you get everything included, mounted, balance, wheel alignment, everything. Customer service is our #1 priority. If you come to our place and you don't have what it takes to get done, we will give you the service at no charge, because customer service, again, is our #1 priority. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, we're back, and as promised, we got our resident new analyst in here,
There we
Michael
go.
Bennett from the Deadly Assassins, who got assassinated
They
last
did.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So
It was rough play.
let's talk about your game, Mike. What happened in your game? All-Stars beat you 40-18.
Yeah, so
What happened? Que pasa? What happened?
What happened?
Not que pasi. Que pasa.
so
right.
basically what happened is we had 6 guys.
That's rough.
Yeah, quarterback had tickets to the Jets-Rams game. He's a Rams fan.
Why would anybody want to go to that
Well,
game?
he was a Rams fan. I'll give it to him,
A Rams fan, like,
How often does your team get to come around, especially
East
if you-
Coast.
Yeah, so I'll give that to him. All right. But still,
Yeah, somebody hamstrings.
commitment.
His hamstrings was hurting. He was out.
Oh, geez. Somebody, you don't want to name no names?
Yeah, no names. The other QB, the backup QB that you saw that week, he was in Michigan. So
Well, actually, that might not have been such a bad thing.
yeah,
You know,
honestly, yeah, because Joseph, my brother played quarterback for a little
right?
bit.
Joe played quarterback. That's a shame because you took away a big weapon.
Yeah,
on the other
exactly,
side.
and that's what they were saying.
Oh.
Then we switched it up, put one of the other smaller receivers. He played quarterback, and he got
Not so
couple
much.
couple scores, but
Not
you
so
guys,
much.
So you guys never really got a chance to play your team. in that game.
nah. Plus, I'm still recovering. Nah, sprained.
That's all right.
Sprained 2 fingers, but they're going down, and then messed up my shoulder. I'm going to check it out tomorrow.
So listen, you brought up this 8-on-8 game, and I want to go to it for a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
Now, the All-Stars played that game first. Did you get a chance to watch that game at
Oh,
all?
just the very end. Me and my brother got there probably with the last 3-5 minutes left.
Were you shocked?
Oh yeah, I was shocked at what was going on.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, wait, what? They're down? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it was.
Not
Yeah.
so much that they were down; they lost.
They lost. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about. The game was still going on, so I'm like, they're down. Wait,
Oh,
what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna get on now to the semifinal game, 6-on-6, and you played all
6-on-6.
of these teams,
Yep.
and we're gonna talk and see what you think's gonna happen. So the first one we're gonna get to is going to be the All-Stars and the Cobras.
It's
At
a
Brookdale at
rematch
9
of the
o'clock.
spring.
Yeah.
People don't pay attention to this.
Right.
So okay, so let's start. Who do you like, Michael, and why?
Here's the thing. I see the Cobras. The Cobras gonna come play their A game this week.
They are.
They've been talking to one. I forget his name. One of the DBs. Yeah, he's been waiting for the All Stars
Yeah, I bet.
all year long. They had a couple losses in the middle, but yeah, they're ready.
They're ready.
I saw the end of their game, and yeah, they're ready.
Now, Michael talks about having a memory, right?
There you go.
Who's the only team to knock the All-Stars out of a
That's right.
finals, semifinal
Cobras,
game?
yeah.
Cobras.
Cobras in the
Yeah.
spring.
Beat 'em.
I was saying this earlier in the show. I think the Cobras and the Deja Vu are these two new teams that are very viable, and these two teams, when they go against each other, I think the
What do
Cobras.
you think of this Deja
Adam, I
Vu
think, has
team?
a great
Ooh, Deja
arm.
Vu?
Yeah, what do you think of this Deja Vu team?
They're athletic.
Very
They got
athletic.
little speed and certain
Yes, they do.
players. They got big athletes who could go get the ball and play some defense.
Yeah, they have the one real tall receiver.
Oh, that guy called
Yeah, with the
Patrick
dreads,
Ewing. This
yeah.
guy goes up, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
That guy,
he's
he
fast.
leaves the planet when he goes up for a ball.
Yes.
He doesn't jump. So, okay, Mike and I are going to do this. I felt that last year when the Cobras beat the All-Stars, it was just the All-Stars' turn to get knocked off.
Yeah.
They had been in so many in a row.
2 years in a
that
row.
was
They
just
got
their
2
turn to
seasons,
get
I
knocked
should
off.
say.
So now, there's a chance that they may get knocked off again.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Thurman's not playing. He hasn't played since week 5.
Oh,
I
so
talked to
that-
Tantano
Oh.
on Sunday.
Breaking news.
Brought here by our new
Yeah.
on-the-spot
There we
roving
go,
reporter,
there we
Michael
go.
Bennett, who is now reporting it like I gave him the good news about Oscar in the other game.
There you go. Yeah,
He
yeah,
reciprocates and brings us good news this
yeah.
week.
That is.
So,
Hey, so-
okay, so no Thurman. That's a big loss.
That's
Yeah.
a real big loss. But this team, All Stars can adjust.
Yeah.
They can change it up. So, if they have to go more intermediate passes, they will. This is a team that can adjust on the fly quickly.
Well, the All-Stars are going to have to be ready for the Cobras deep ball.
Yes.
Do you know what? I don't know his name. That's a 6'7"
That tall.
guy.
No, I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know who I'm
He
talking
wear the
about,
long
too.
socks and everything. I know
Yeah.
exactly who you're talking
This
about.
guy runs a 100-yard
Yeah,
dash
he
in
could-
4 steps.
He
Yeah.
got speed.
He
He
gets
got
his
some
legs
speed.
And
Exactly.
that quarterback has a monster arm for the Cobras.
Yeah.
And I see Albie from the All-Stars having to cover this guy.
It's tough, man.
It's
They
gonna
got
be-
two
who
fast
else? Who else
outside.
Gonna be? It can only be Albie. Tim O'Connell likes to play. Say he could never keep up with this
No,
guy.
Cobras have two fast outside guys. If the one's not hitting it, and they did that in this game against Deja Vu. They threw it to the one guy, he missed it. It was in his hands. Touchdown all the way. Next play, same exact thing. Just went to another receiver, blew right past
So
him.
he'll throw to anybody.
He'll throw, and he can put it on the money.
Yeah.
From deep.
Yeah.
Really good, accurate quarterback. And I think the Cobras are gonna take it this
All right,
week.
let's put our roving reporter on the spot
Yeah.
right away. Who do you like in this game and why? Tell me what's going to make the difference in the game with your pick.
I respect the time on the All Stars, but
He's hedging already. He's hedging.
Hey, man.
no.
I told
I've
him- I
talked
told
to
him everything I
Tantano,
know.
but I might have to go with the Cobras because I think they want that title.
Yeah.
Trust me, Trust me, remember, they lost the title game against the Bruins and didn't have all their players.
That's right. And they kept it
Very
close.
good memory,
Yes.
Michael. Very good.
I'm going with the Cobras too. I think
We
that
got
deep
Jim
ball with
Cobras.
the speed is going to be a little too much, man. I think it's going to be this. Like I said, this is that new team. Now it's in there. They're in the mix. This isn't a flash in the pan. This is a team from last year, like you've been saying. And this was also when they were in the touch. They were the. Oh God! It just blew out my mind.
I know who you're talking about.
They came in just
They
out
blew
one
everybody
year,
away.
blew everybody up, and here they are. And this is that team. This is an athletic, fast team with a quarterback that can chuck it.
Now,
That's a great combination.
now can I tell you who my pick in this?
Oh
game?
yeah, come on.
Please.
Desperation.
Is a stinky.
I already
goal.
knew it was coming. I
Look
knew
at
it was coming.
Desperation
I knew it was coming.
is a very motivating factor in any sport.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the All Stars got bumped out of the 8-on-8, which
Right.
I thought you thought that they had a legitimate chance
Oh, yeah.
of getting to the final.
I thought it was
this
their
year.
year. I thought it was his year.
So, but in sports, in any sport, be it our league or anything,
Any given
upsets
Sunday.
happen. Upsets happen.
Oh yeah.
So now I see the All Stars as saying, how can we not be in a game on Championship Sunday? How can a Championship Sunday occur without us in a game?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that desperation
Happening
is going to motivate the All Stars into finding a way to beat the Cobras. So it's a close game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a close
If
game.
the Cobras
it's definitely
win,
gonna be a
I'm
close
not
game.
going to be surprised. But Titano, I
Right.
tell you what, he's done this too many times.
He has.
You know, we call him
What?
the cerebral assassin for
Yeah.
a reason.
I've
This
heard
guy,
that.
I'm telling you, this guy will find a way. And if the Cobras do beat them, they are going to play their best game of the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they will stay in the game. They don't get discouraged just like last week. They were down 13-0 or 12-0. Kept on it. Kept at their game plan. They finally started hitting those deep passes. 13-12. They're
I'm
into
gonna
the
tell you
semifinals.
this. There's one other factor that people are not gonna factor in as of yet.
Go ahead.
This cold weather. It's coming.
Sunday, you know what? Again, I'm telling you, this guy is good. Because he mentioned the cold weather, but he also forgot to mention there's a chance of rain in the morning.
Oh yeah, that is.
Now,
Yeah.
we're on a turf field, which means it may turn into an ice skating rink.
Yeah, it could. It could.
It won't be a mud field, it'll be an ice skating rink.
Yeah.
So, that's right. He makes a good point. That could be a factor.
Could be.
So we'll have to see. Now, if it's a factor,
It could factor
does
both
it
ways,
hurt,
though.
wait, does it hurt speed more than anything else? I mean, let's face it, the All-Stars are not the fastest team on the planet.
No, but they do have a run game and a shorter passing game over the
But
Cobras.
that's
So
what
that
I'm
could.
saying.
You're right. That
So
could.
now, would that wet field affect the Cobras more than the All-Stars?
Maybe.
What field are they on?
They're on Brookdale. They're on a good one.
This is gonna be a great
But
game.
that field can get slick.
Tommy,
We'll
we
It
see
have
can
to
get
film it.
slick. Yeah. So yeah.
See,
Oh, it's
we'll
a lot
see.
of factors. We'll have
Yeah.
to see. All right. Now, we spent time on that game. This next game could be, if we were by the shore, I'd say the war at the shore.
Yeah.
Because these are two teams, that don't like each other very much.
Right.
As a matter of fact, name me a team who likes Sharky's Blazers.
Sharky's
Period.
Blazers.
I mean, no, not. I'm just,
No, I
they're
hear you.
just-
No.
They're just like the bad boys. They're like
True.
the Chicago Bulls.
Right,
not
right.
The Chicago Bulls, the Detroit
Oh,
Pistons.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like the
Yeah.
Pistons.
Bad boys.
They're like the Raiders when the Raiders were like nasty.
Right.
And that's the way people look at Sharky's Blazers. And now the Orange Lantern, who have been on the cusp
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think both these teams, that's what's interesting about this matchup. Both these teams have been on the cusp a lot. You know how many times has the Blazers just get into the finals and get knocked off, or get to the semis and just get knocked off? Both these teams this happens to. So this is going to be interesting. Which team wants the success? Who's not afraid of the success for this game? That's what it feels like.
Mike and I have discussed the Blazer offense, and we said that Barry one-on-one is just about uncoverable.
Oh yeah. You talking about? Yeah.
He's just about uncoverable.
Yeah.
Now,
His
I
wife
don't
could
know-
probably cover
I don't know the name of the other guy. He wears number 32. Michael, do you know him? Do you know his name?
Skinnier guy,
Skinnier guy.
a little bit taller than him.
He's taller than Barry.
Just as shifty though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
exactly who you're talking about.
Right. Now that guy, he's always my X factor with the Blazers.
Yeah.
And then they got the little other little wide receiver. I think his name is excuse me. I think his name is Robbie or
Right.
something like that. He's another guy that can catch a ball. So I know that the Orange Lantern like to play a lot of zone coverage.
Yeah.
I tell you this.
What do you
Think
do?
about it like this.
If you're the defensive captain of the Lantern, what's your strategy to come up to stop?
You gotta mix it up. You can't just play zone this week.
This
You
is a
gotta-
tough game to pick.
Yeah. You know the crazy thing is? Replace the Orange Lantern and think Bruins. It's the same matchup in the spring.
Yeah.
A lot of Bruins on this.
A lot of Bruins. It's like that's what they're doing now. It almost seems like spring they're the Bruins, fall they're the Orange Lantern. Just change up a couple guys. You know, Sharif can't do the spring, it seems. So hey, let's bring in AJ
Well, I'll tell you what. now
as
you
the
bring up a
quarterback
good
for
point.
that.
Let's
We'll move
look
it
at
around.
let's look at the two quarterbacks in this game for a second. You got Robbie Lane, who I think you could sizzle a hot hamburger on top of his head.
Yeah.
You know, and he gets hot quick.
Yes.
And he likes to throw the ball deep. And you got Sharif, who is more along the lines of a thinking quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he'll
And he's
take
got
the
a
short
good
ball.
arm. He's got a really good arm too. He can zip it in
And
for
you
even the
know what
shorter
else?
ones.
And you think Lane can run the ball. Sharif can run the ball also when the lane is there.
These are two.
So these two
Mirror
about-
teams
quarterbacks-
right
Look, think about it like this. The quarterbacks in the 6-on-6, right? Cole's quarterbacks, Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. Yeah.
Freaking Sharky's Blazers, that's Aaron Rodgers any day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Orange Lantern, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
yeah, Sharif.
Digging in diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you got the all-time Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Boom.
yeah. Well, what's the Tano then?
Peyton
Yeah.
Manning.
Oh, Peyton. Yeah, I was gonna flip it. I'd say
I would
Peyton.
flip him too.
I'd
Yeah.
say
Flip
Peyton,
him.
more,
Peyton.
more like the Cobras.
Yeah.
And I definitely think Roethlisberger is the Tano. He was even built like him.
Well, either you can toss them up.
But yeah, these two teams match up perfectly. I think you can almost every position is a wash. You know,
All right,
the
so
quarterbacks
let's
I think are a wash. I think they both are
Yeah.
can run and chuck it. All right, both receiving cores I think are very. You know, they're different. Blazers have the speed. Lantern have that possession. They're going to
They
get
have
that
the
over the middle.
size.
Boom, over the middle. Grind it
Okay,
out,
now
grind
for
it out.
both games.
And that may help the Lantern, though, by eating up more
All
clock.
right, for both games, I'm going to give you guys a scenario. You pick the one you want. All right, and then we'll wrap it up with our picks and
All right.
who's going to do what. If you had your choice of being up 4 points, would you rather be in the last 2 minutes on offense or defense? Let's start with the All-Star Cobras. You're up 4. You're up 4. You could be
I'm
either
up
team.
4.
You could be either team. There's 2 minutes left in the game. You've got the ball at the 15-yard line, on your own 15-yard line.
Right. Okay.
Okay, you want to be the offensive team or you want to be the defensive?
In that game, I want to be the defensive team.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
want to. So you want to
Defense that
give.
game.
You want to give either to Tano or
Adam?
Adam. Yeah. You either want to give to Tano or Adam a chance
Yeah.
to win the game in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, both these could because they can move. Titano can hit those out routes and stop the clock and preserve time. And Adam can just one play. All he needs is one play, and he can chuck it 50 yards down the field in stride in that guy's hands if he's open.
See, now
know,
me,
if he
I
can
want
get
to
behind
be.
him.
I want the 4-point lead, and I want to be on defense.
Ooh.
Because I'll tell you
know.
why.
I wouldn't wanna
I'll
face
tell you-
either of
no,
these
listen,
quarterbacks.
No, I understand that.
Right.
But I tell you why I want to be on defense. It's tougher to make a big play on offense.
It is.
When you get 2 minutes, so every play you run, time's going to come off the clock. You're going to burn
Right.
timeouts. I think if you got and we got two Cobra defense
Well, actually,
playing
yeah.
very well.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
I
No,
want
I
to be.
would
I want to be
defense.
on defense.
I'd give both these quarterbacks anytime. Oh, we need to win this game. We're down by 4, like you said. Here you go. I would want either one of these quarterbacks against pretty much any defense.
But
You
here's
know,
the thing, though.
because they're both smart quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about it, and like I said, Titano will hit those out
yeah.
routes out of bounds, save the timeouts.
They'll
Adam can
move the
throw 'em,
ball.
man. Yeah,
They'll move the ball.
and they have
But
a kicker. But
will
down
they
by
punch
4.
it in?
down by 4.
Will they
all
punch
right.
it in?
So
That's the
I'd
thing.
rather-
I
yeah.
said 4.
Defense.
I hear you.
Actually, I could have said 2. There are no field goals.
All right.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
if
We're in
you're
6
on,
on
if you're
6
on
now.
the lead, I'm playing defense.
Right.
You
Yeah.
got to come down the field. You got to drive
I like
the
both
ball.
these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You got to
I
drive
like
the
both
ball
these
all the
offenses.
way down the field to beat me.
Yeah.
Now, if they do that, then
Both
you
these
know what?
teams
You
can.
deserve to lose.
Both these
'Cause they
teams
beat
can.
you, right?
Right.
But I want that you got to come down and beat me. So,
All
with
right.
all this
Actually,
being
defense.
said,
Yeah.
Who we
I'm going
picking?
to let Michael. I'm going to go down really quickly with
down the
Michael.
list? Go ahead.
Bulldogs Militia. Who do you like?
Is that flag?
Touch.
No,
No, that's touch. That's touch.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bulldogs. And show me something, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to mark these down.
I will. Yeah.
18 banana slugs. And you know what the banana slugs is a lot of?
I heard what happened with the banana slugs on Sunday, so
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say 18 because 18 going to show them up just
Okay,
because.
so you got an 18
Cause, yeah.
Bulldogs final.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Brookdale Park, All-Stars Cobra. You've already picked the Cobras.
Cobras.
All right.
Mhm.
Express, Wolf Nose.
I might have to go with the Express, even though Wolf Nose might surprise everybody in this game, but I think Express got it hands down.
If Wolf Nose can keep it tight, they can win it. But if,
I
like I
think
said,
Express win this game going away.
I don't. Yeah, I
think they
Wolf
win
Nose
going
has a
away.
great defense.
Yeah.
I just don't think their offense
They gotta
is
play
a
good
championship.
defense
If they
two
get
wins in
if
a
they
row.
get a really good quarterback next year, well, not everybody obviously.
Okay,
but
so-
if they upgrade their quarterback next year, that's going to be a very dangerous team because they can run the ball and they do have good receivers. I think it's the quarterback play.
All
No
right,
offense,
and here's it. Sharkies Blazers Orange Lantern. We just talked about this game for 3 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know. I literally
come on.
don't
When
know.
I say that, you say, "Yo, come on."
I know.
Pick a game. No, I'm saying the same thing to you now. Go ahead, pick a game. Pick a team.
Tough.
Tough. They're not.
Well, what do
playing.
you got?
It's Sharkies, but I'll give you my team after you and Michael give me yours.
All right.
See, we go this way.
All right.
This ain't Chinese where we read
Because I
backwards.
think I could talk myself into both of these teams winning, whichever one I pick.
Well,
which is what I'm saying.
close
This is
your
why
eyes
this is a
and point
great,
to the paper.
great
on.
matchup. I'm gonna go.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
take the Blazers. I'm gonna take the Blazers. Maybe just a little more speed with Barriano on the outside. I'm going Blazers.
Go ahead, Michael.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, I might have to go with the Blazers. I might have
All
to.
right, you guys
Here
can
we
do
go.
that. I'm going with the Lantern, and I'm
All right.
going with the Lantern because they're due. This team is so due to win a big game.
They are. They are.
You know, every year every time they get in a big game situation, they lose by a point. There's a call that goes against them. Something
Again,
happens.
same with the Blazers, though.
Well, the Blazers
Same with
have
the
gotten
Blazers.
to a couple of finals.
They haven't
already.
won one yet.
I understand, but I'm looking for the Lantern to get to one.
I know.
You know.
You know. Either way, though, whichever team wins in these 6 on
It's gonna
6,
be a
it's
good
gonna be a
game.
great
And there's
championship.
one more
anyway.
left. Both Mike and I took the Canes over the Warriors,
I'm taking the Canes.
so that's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
All right,
Taking
so
All right.
MB Michael Bennett, our new roving
Oh,
reporter.
yeah, man.
Thanks for coming down and
course.
helping out with
Yeah.
this
Of course.
segment. It's always a pleasure to have you here. You're very artistic, linguistic, good-looking guy.
I try.
But you see, the two of us make Mike look even worse. So I appreciate you coming down, but we
course.
must have sympathy. All right, so from Joey B, Mike McSee, and our guest Michael Bennett, who will be back in the spring.
Yes.
Enjoy the games this weekend, and Michael, maybe we'll have you back on the show for the finals when the finals teams are
We'll get him
decided.
on. We'll get him on the field.
As a
for,
matter of
some
fact, if you're
reporting.
going to go to the games, maybe you can be up in the booth with me
There you go.
Oh,
and
That's
have
fine.
some fun and stay warm.
Yeah.
of course. Trust me. I'll have
All
my
right.
coat.
So from the Three Musketeers, we bid you a good night and enjoy the games on Sunday.